Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights. It's episode 112 of Bright Lights. And we're here with you today for the Community Shield against Bournemouth. Now this episode's going to be titled, Where Did the Money Go? That's a very good question. Where did the money go? As you can see, we've made a massive loss this season. Our balance is actually up to 98 mil, and this was a bigger loss, but we just made a couple of sales. In terms of the budget, we had 178 mil available. At one stage, that was zero. With the sales we just made, we're up to 43. As you can see, we're currently spending just about on the wage budget. But we've made two massive signings. One that I cannot believe that is here. And the other one I think is going to be sensational because it reminds me a bit of Steven Gerrard. Before we get into that, if anyone that hasn't watched episode 111, do recommend you go check it out. We were also close to not even having an episode 112 in terms of talking about Sunderland and, next seasons and stuff. Because it was the Champions League final. To lose in the 180th minute, look, we're still a bit upset and a bit down in the dumps. But these transfer signings have made me very glad that we've got another season here. And let's get into it. There's a name there. I'm going to pretend you cannot see that name, but you can see that name. There is a name there that everybody knows in world football, but we have to go to the outs because that's what we do. Matthew King, 39 mil, out he came. I spent big money on a couple of players, as you can tell, obviously. You were interested in him. I thought we could get 40 mil for him. I think he's a good player. I think he's sensational. I think he's got a little bit of potential. We just can't play him. Obviously, coming back from the broken leg. Juve said they come in and give us 39.5 mil. I said, that's fine. Chris Robertson was upset that I wasn't going to register him. He's only worth 40. He's got a scout rating of 43. He's played a couple of games for us in the past. Olympiacos said we'll give you 16 mil, 20 mil over time, which is what he was worth. The next one is Jose Ramon. He's currently on loan, as you can see from his current contract. After 20 games, they have to give us 20 mil. And I think that's fair for a guy that we picked up on a free. But that's enough of that, because at the end of the day, who really cares? Because there's a couple of names here that we need to see. Obviously, there's the top one, is of a guy that people may have known in world football. The other one, though, is Petra Mining. I'm going to call him Peter, because Peter sounds cool. Young Peter here is a Belgium international that, for people who watch the stream, we are currently live, link in the description below, is a guy that we said at 16 when we were scouting for a centre mid, or a centre attacking mid, that he could be not bad. We, in the end, went for... Who did we go for? We, in the end, we're playing 4-3-3. We had the Ralph Miguel. We went for Dosic at the time, I think. Or... it was there or thereabouts. We had a very good midfield three. We weren't winning games, but we were playing that 4-3-3, and then we changed to that asymmetric system. And then when we were switching back to the 4-2-3-1, we looked at Petra a couple of times. In the end, Chelsea paid 43 mil for him. We then said we were going to pay 58 to get him from Chelsea. I'm playing this guy as a Mazzala on attack, and you can see why. And he did score a banging goal in the last game, which was set up by Mbappe. I've said his name now. Mbappe's here. Yes, Mbappe's here. We'll get to Mbappe. Don't worry. Mbappe. I'm excited too. This guy's just sensational. Look at him as a Mazzala on attack. We can only train to play Mazzala on attack. Mazzala on attack requires this guy to not come deep for the ball, but to actually get further forward, which I think this guy can do. We're going to tell him to get in the opposition box first, and then we're going to get rid of that one there, hopefully, untrain it, so he gets a bit more forward. And he did that in the last game, and he banged in the goal with his left foot, which was sensational. He's got great finishing at 15, great first touch, great long shots as well. Passing at 14. You've got to remember the guy's 20. He's a wonder kid. So anything that's about 13 or 14, even 12, right? That's not determination, because determination is dependent on the mentoring, obviously. He's got to get into, gold stats that we have, the 15s and aboves. And look, this guy's sensational as a Mazzala on attack. He never played in a forward role for Chelsea. He always played in back of line as advanced playmaker and support or something like that. We're going to use him as a Mazzala on attack, a bit like Mark Godin of old. Just that this guy's on another level. This guy reminds me of Steven Gerrard. Someone that can get back and do some defending at 10 tackling. But very physical, loves getting forward, and loves a hit from distance. This guy could be fun. If that guy's going to be fun, well then this guy's going to be unbelievable, isn't he? Mr. Mbappe. Now the story of how we got Mbappe goes like this. We had Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson was having the unreal... It was unreal for us in pre-season. 4 games, one off the bench, 6 goals and 8.4, was loving life. He then went and tore his Achilles for the next 3 to 4 months in a 3-0 win against Newport, where he just went down and we came off. And I said, shit, we need a right winger. We have Haller. Haller doesn't like big games. We've seen Haller have in different times of season. Like, he's always averaged over a 7, but he's never been sensational, right? He's never been, set the world alight. And I said to myself, either I will go and get a world-class right winger, or we find someone that's young that is going to do a job off the bench. Originally, I was like Diarra, and the Manchester City, no, we don't want to sell, 200 million. And I was like, nah. Let's just go by chance and see how much Mbappe's worth. So Mbappe was currently worth 100 mil. I'll put in an offer for 120. PSG said, there's 129. All up front, you can have him. We gave him all the wage that we had possible. And here is Mbappe. Look how freaking good he is. All those gold stats. We're playing him as an inside forward on attack, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it says right foot, apparently, even though I wanted to train his left foot is sensational, according to our coaches, which is probably true. Right? He is very good as a winger on the right, coming inside onto his left foot. He can burn people down the right. He's got good crossing at 15. He's obviously sensational, but playing as an inside forward, that dribbling inside, the first touch to bring him inside, the finishing, the physicality. And the next thing to say is he's got 16 natural finishing and natural fitness and 15 stamina. So even when this guy's going to get to 32, 33, he's still going to have the pace. Like, if you look at Mo Salah, right, is a prime example. Salah there is at Liverpool. Salah has good natural fitness. He still has 12 pace at 36. So Mbappe will probably still have 15 pace at 36. So we've got a player for the next few years. We've tied him down for the next 4 on a massive contract. He's going to get 25% wage rise. That's 93k a year. His wage goes up. So wages-wise, we're in trouble. But this is a signing to say we want to win we want to win the Champions League. We want it now. We fluked into getting Mbappe because we weren't expecting it. We just said, there's 120 mil PSG. And they're like, yeah, 129. Mbappe's like, yeah, I'm interested in coming. Here he is. But there he is, Mr. Mbappe at Sunderland. I don't believe it. You don't believe it. I'm excited. You're excited. In terms of the team, a lot of our team's currently on international duties at the Olympics. And we had a lot of our team go away. A lot of them are coming back now because a lot of them have just been knocked out. The big chief has arrived. Mate, you're nothing compared to this bloke. How are you, Fano? Good to see you in the chat. But you're nothing compared to this bloke. And there we are. That is correct, Fano. Mbappe at Sunderland. As you can see, he is sensational. A couple of our lads are still on international duty. But I reckon that is going to be our big... This is going to be our first team. Everyone else apart from Petra is 3.5 stars or better. And there we go. And, Petra is 20 and going to be unbelievable. Anyway, we are going to get into this Bournemouth game today. We do have a couple of people to bring in and out and obviously get into it. But obviously, Daniel just came back from international duty. Van Dijk's currently injured. I think the first thing to do there is Kim Jan and Daniel will just play a half each. But I am going to get Will Burgess to the bench just so we have a fullback option on the bench. How did you pull that signing off? Very simply, Fano. I just explained it, but we'll explain it again. Why not? We had an injury to Harry Wilson, who's going to be out for the next 4 to 5 months, or 3 to 4 months with a pulled tore his Achilles. He was our backup right winger to Haller. I was then like, do we either sign someone that's better than Haller than not? So I kind of said, there was a guy I wanted. Man City said they want 200 mil. I then went and said, what's Mbappe worth? Went and offered 120 mil to Mbappe because I had 170 mil to spend. And PSG were like, yeah, just pass 129, you can have him. And Mbappe was interested in coming, and here we are. Anyhow, that's the team we're going to go with. And No's going to obviously come out. And Dyer's fit enough to be there. Obviously, with a No now coming out as well, I'm going to bring Avriel to the bench. And there we are. That is going to be your team here to play Bournemouth in this game. It is going to be Matteo in goals. Moreno, Daniel Ives, Miranda, Dosic, and Petra, or Peter, as I'm going to nickname him. Mbappe and Dyer, Nakamura and Adrian. It's important to note we've changed a couple of roles. Moreno's a fullback on automatic now instead of on attack. Just because Mbappe is not playing as a winger, he's not going to track back as much as, say, as Haller usually did. Really want Mbappe to really hang out there as well and be an option. So just want Moreno to attack the space when it's available, but not always attack it like he used to. I've also now got Dosic to actually sit as a central midfielder and defend if we're going to release Petra to get up there and play as another attacking midfielder or up front or wherever he wants to go. It's going to be an exciting time. Anyway, we do have Bournemouth who beat us home and away last season. Don't forget, they pumped us, by the way, at their ground. 4-0. This is a very good Bournemouth side that just signed this guy up front as well. This is a Bournemouth side that I think is going to be up there around for the Premier League season yet again. But anyway, we're going to get into the dressing room and off we go. We're going to tell the boys we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and impress me. We have never won the Community Shield. We lost to Manchester City last season in the Community Shield where we were 2-0 up at one stage. We then drew 2-2 and lost them penalties. Because we know that every time we go and do our normal pressing stuff against Bournemouth and they beat us, I'm actually going to leave it to my assistant, and off we go. Bournemouth are going to where the red and the black has been drawn as the home side. We're obviously going to be in the light blue, but who cares? Can we see if Adrien and Mbappe, who link up for France so deadly, link up for us as well? Can we see if Ndiaye is going to continue on with his decent run of form from last season, be a good backup option? What's Nakamura going to do coming back from international duty? Is Bob going to continue his development as a 17-year-old wonder kid? We'll find out. Is Petra going to be the signing? Peter sounds so good. Anyway, the highlight's still going here. Is Bournemouth going to score from kickoff and kill all the momentum of this, of the start of this? Or are we going to win the ball back? Anyway, Chaplin now, still with Chaplin. Chaplin's ball back into Nathan Ake. This Bournemouth side is really good at knowing what they do. It's still going, this highlight. Henderson now, still with the ball is Henderson. Goes out the other side, the Memp fame. And how in the hell is this highlight still going? I'm getting worried that they're going to score here. It's a pretty good move here from Bournemouth. Fofana's in here. They've got numbers everywhere. Good ball there. Good. My God, what a goal from Bournemouth. Bournemouth have turned into a better side than Man United, Man City. They've turned into one of the best sides in the Premier League, and I'm really worried about how good they're turning out to be. And I actually think in the Champions League, for the first time in their history, they're going to pull up some big performances, especially if they play out from the back so well. And Benjamin, with his first goal of the year, player highlighted that I reckon is going to be sensational. We're 1-0 down. Bournemouth, yet again, doing what they always do to us. Always playing well. But look, we have the quality out there to go and change a game like this. We have bloody Mbappe, if we're going to say. Anyway, Petra's really good on a free kick. Nakamura's there, headed straight at the guy trying to block it. Headed left or right of him and would have made the keeper do it. Anyway, Daniel, not known for his crossing, but back stick to Nakamura! And Yuma Nakamura, the Japanezo at the back stick, makes it 1-1. Daniel not known for his delivery, the centre-back, but what a delightful cross it was, and it's 1-1 just like that. And unlike the previous couple of games where we played against Bournemouth, except for the game we got FM'd, we lost 3-1 and they had 3 shots on target, scored all 3. Every other time we went 1-0 down against Bournemouth, there was 2-0, 3-0 before we got a goal back. So it's good to get back into a game against Bournemouth. But straight away, it's another highlight, and Chilwell there. Thrown away though, Tossart, his ball there, Chilwell, back to Tossart, inside to Fofana. Fofana to Prolic. Prolic now with it, still with Prolic. Tossart again, still with Tossart, into Chilwell. Chilwell there, still with Tossart. And this Bournemouth side just worked the ball around so well, it is not a joke. Tossart, Prolic again, back into Tossart. We're pressing well here, but there's not, Bournemouth have a lot of people in good spots, so they can play out. Like Prolic's there, he can face forward. Good ball towards Chaplin. Moreno doesn't win it, but Daniel should win it. Barring a defensive mistake, we should be able to build up. He instead looks long for Mbappe and puts Mbappe in a lot of pressure. Could have played a simple ball, but didn't. Anyway, Fofana now with the ball. His ball out to Ben Chilwell. Chilwell again, whoops it in there for Fofana. Top of the box is Prolic. Prolic with one touch hits it and puts it massively wide. Big chance though for Bournemouth. 17 minutes played. It's a game of, two sides that really play some really sexy football. I'm not going to lie. Bournemouth play great brand of football. So do we. To be honest, Bournemouth have been the better side here at the moment. But 31 minutes played. Not really too much happening out there in terms of massive highlights. But it's been a good game nonetheless. Anyway, Ives, of all people taking this free kick, weird. But he does keep a shot. And anyway, Ndiaye now. Ndiaye to Dosek. Dosek now. Can he turn around and find a pass? Instead, it's a poor pass. Had to go out the other way. They were pressing that side. Obviously, BPO trap. Daniel looked like he was pushed. Apparently wasn't. Referee says nothing. And a big miss from Benjamin up front. Weird highlight yet again. You don't really see Dosek really lose the ball like that at all. But he lost it then. And from us, it's been a poor half. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to tell the boys that I'm not happy at all. Petra's not had his best game either. And I'm far from pleased with what I just saw, boys. Anyway. We've got 15 minutes. Shake it off. Off we go. And let's go and try get into this. Anyway, it's a good ball there and off we go again. In terms of what we could do is we could get Mbappe up front and then move Haller out wide and take Adrien off because Adrien's having a shocker. And it's definitely something that we could do. Anyway, time's ticking away here. 60 minutes played is a highlight. Just as we were about to probably make that change as we got hiccups all of a sudden as well. Nakamura now with the ball. Still Nakamura. Into Ndiaye. Ndiaye's had a pretty poor game. Into Petra. Petra there. Ndiaye. Petra probably a bit nervous on his actual Sunderland debut. The header from Moreno to Mbappe was pretty good. Mbappe, Chilwell just molested him. Referee says nothing toward. Anyway, Chaplin now. Mbappe racing back to try and get the ball again. Instead, his ball towards Moreno. Moreno cuts it out and off we go. Moreno there into Ives. Ives now. Fatty's going to score. Well done, Mateo. What are you doing, Ives? Seriously. Anyway, Daniel's pretty knackered, so we're going to get Kim Jan on. And we're going to get Mbappe up front. And we're going to get Adrien off for Haller. And Haller's going to go out wide, and off we go. Hi, mate. How are you, Mini HD Gamer? How are you? Anyway, 63 minutes played. I don't believe Ives has made a mistake like that as well. We never play well, and Moreno's now injured, and Burgess is there. There we are. This has been as sensational as it could have gone so far, this Community Shield. It has been great. Typical Community Shield. Typical game against Bournemouth where we don't play well and Bournemouth plays superb. Anyway, with time ticking away, I'm just going to tell the boys, come on, lads. Fathom a chance. We obviously have an unreal side. Surely we can fathom a chance. There we are. I'm good, you. I'm a bit stressed out. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, 89 minutes played. 90 minutes played. Time's ticking away towards a penalty shootout. And in the second consecutive Community Shield that we've been in, we have gone to penalties. Anyway, we are going to get rid of that because we just took Adrian off. Mbappe's got apparently 16 penalties. Nakamura, Haller. Petra's got very good composure. So does Miranda. And there we go. We do have a follow there from Awina 2209. Thank you, Awina, for the follow. Get Alan Pardews out. Hopefully you can help us go and get the result here. Probably go like that. Kim Jan probably get a penalty in too. We'll go like that. All right, so Nakamura is not bad at a penalty. Mbappe, I want to take like the 4th penalty. Petra can go first up. Miranda's clutch. We know how Miranda is clutch, but we probably should get... We'll leave it like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, penalty shootout. We've never won the Community Shield. I actually really want to win the Community Shield, and I'm hoping this is going to be our last season. And anyway, Petra to stand up on debut. Can he score? Can he slot it? Henderson goes the right way, but Maino puts it under him. I'm starting Southampton say, good luck, Awina. Anyway, Benjamin, he had a very good game on his debut for Bournemouth. Up against Mateo, who's known to be a penalty stopper, but you're not saving that one. Into the bottom bins, 1-1. Off we go. Nakamura scored a few penalties in his lifetime for us. Nakamura steps up. Off he goes versus Henderson. Nakamura! Great penalty into the top bins. Yet again, the keepers have gone the right way for the first 3 penalties of it. Ivan now against Mateo. Ivan steps up. I don't like this highlight, this place. But anyway, sends the keeper the wrong way. Usually on director, you see it from behind the thing. If this one's not from behind, I'm going to pause and put it on, vertical scrolling. It is. That's the camera we want. Haller steps up and into the bottom bins. Henderson goes the right way again. Only 1 penalty the keeper hasn't gone the right way. Fofana now against Mateo. Come on, Mateo. Make yourself a hero. Fofana. Mateo. Fofana! There goes Mateo. Wasn't fooled from the legal dinky dink down the middle. And Fee stays big. And now it's Mbappe versus Henderson. Mbappe on debut. Mbappe with the massive penalties. And there he is. Just dinks it into the bottom bins. Henderson couldn't get there. And there we go. It's now a time for you to be a hero, Mateo, the hero that you have been. Fatty, a player that we could have signed, but work permits wouldn't allow us, and then Bournemouth signed him for 400k a season later, and we could have signed him the season before on a free. I don't understand. No one did. But anyway, Fatty steps up to keep Bournemouth in the Community Shield. It is Fatty versus Mateo. Mateo saves again. Look at the celebration from him. He stood there and did this. I love it. We win the Community Shield for the first time in our history. We were piss poor, but I don't care. The Community Shield is finally ours. It's only taken so many years, but we finally done it. And there we go. Add another trophy to Sunderland's little resume that we're building here. We were horrible in this game. Mateo gets man of the match. And there we go. I want to watch that last penalty if we could. We might go to the team talk and we'll go back and watch it. Because he did this weird celebration. He's like... It's like... He was celebrating hard. Anyway, I love it, boys. Good way to start the year with a win. I'm going to continue on. And there we go. Bournemouth won. Sunderland won. We win on penalties. Moreno's out for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Will Burgess will have to play. Mbappe on debut. Send the assistant. And there we go. I'm going to save the game right there. For everybody on YouTube, though, we won't go check out the celebration. I think everybody saw it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it because it was an unreal celebration. But from Damien from Sunderland from Bright Lights, episode 112 was definitely a lot better than episode 111. We have Mbappe. We have Petra, who had a shocker, but don't worry, Petra will go into the role. I have full faith in the lad. Those are the 2 signings we need to win the Champions League. If we had Mbappe for the Liverpool game, would we have won the Champions League? I like to think so because Mbappe's a big game player. Anyhow, from Damien, from Sunderland, from Bright Lights, that is the end of episode 112, and I'll see you next time for episode 113.